Welcome to Ames, Iowa, home of the Cyclones of Iowa State. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Delaware Blue Hens, taking on last year's national champions, the Iowa State Cyclones. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Blue Hens will kick it away to start us off. He'll start the return inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. So Iowa State's offense will have the first possession of the game. Last time we saw these guys, they came out firing. They were up to any challenge offered by the secondary. Any suggestions on how to prevent that from happening again this week, David?
And it's tough to have that great of a QB and that great of a wide receiver, but you definitely have to be physical.
He's going to take a shot right away. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
You know, they say sometimes for quarterbacks the hardest throws to make are when the guy's wide open. How do you...
Makes the grab inside the 30. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
He'll try to do it himself. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage.
A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
And how about that? That's already the 3rd target this guy has had. On the opening drive of the game, he is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Convert that 3rd down on the slant. Now everybody sort of settles into the game.
You do have nerves. I mean, everybody does. Opening drive, you've watched film, and how good are they really? And you get that first down, you throw the quick timing slant. Now, everybody settle in. We're good. We got this.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Looking to throw again. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cyclones!
I really love that first drive by the offense. It always seemed like they were just one step ahead of the D, and a nice job there down close. When the defense knew they were going to run the football, being more physical, running it in on 3rd down to get the touchdown.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Blue Hens offense has the ball for the first time. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game. Now, I thought the defense did a really good job at confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So, no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
Quarterback on the keeper. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Blue Hens will send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about
Turning it on. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense.
Unleashes one deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Can't get him to the ground. Turning on it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Iowa State.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
From inside the 15, here comes the return. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Brown will throw it. The sure hands, it's Kelly. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. And the Blue Hens come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. They bring the punter onto the field now. Second time today they've been forced to punt. He couldn't find much running room there, didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Use the play fake, now to throw. On the run, fires downfield. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Off the play fake. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Taking it the other way. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Looking downfield on 1st down. Snagged in the middle, it's Kelly. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. He gets a hand on it. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Going right to work up top. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He throws one to the left. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
So now it's 2nd and long. Off play action. Going for it all. And it's incomplete. Going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Quarterback extends the play. Makes a grab past the marker. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone as he's run out of bounds at the 7. And the Cyclones with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Still looking on the move. It falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of the period. That's the end of the period, and Iowa State has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Cyclones! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well. Offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Going the other way, and he's got touchdown, Iowa State. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the rush will get to him at the 25. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Pressure coming. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. The Blue Hens will punt it away on fourth down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Sweet spin. What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They'll move the tight end. Running back searching for a hole. Headed to the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Cyclones!
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. And the offense takes the field ready to go back to work. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The play action fake. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Fires to the tight end. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Hold it.
They'll back him up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's got it down the middle. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. And the Blue Hens decide to punt it away. Hauls it in at the 40. Makes a move. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Moves around to clear up the vision. He's got it at the 15. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants,
Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa State. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary and make that big play.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Brown wants to pass. This time on target. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Wants to throw on 1st down. The short hands, it's Brown.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. The Blue Hens in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll send the back in motion. They just keep firing. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. And the Blue Hens come to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he's got it inside the 35.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Throws for the tight end. Got his man on the right. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week in the American fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Army is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winners Blanchard and Davis and Dawkins among the legends to wear that uniform. They're trailing by just 4 to Tulsa. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the...
He's going to fire deep. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
Fires to the tight end. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. To the air on first down. Quickly to the tight end. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Working well behind the sticks on second down. He's moving out of the pocket. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Finds him out of the backfield. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Brown will throw it. Gets it out quickly. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Blue Hens will bring the punt team onto the field. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Finds a spot in the middle. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the tight end. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. The Cyclones will kick it off to start the second half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. Brown wants to pass. Rushes on him. Grabbed over the middle. It's Wilson. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. And the Blue Hens come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll keep it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. With the catch, it's Kelly. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Holding. Offense.
This offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. Now on 2nd down.
29 Philly.
From the gun to give, looking for room. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Now on 3rd down for this offense. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The Blue Hens send out the punt unit. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Trying to beat the D deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And the defense finally stops him, right? He's had a heck of a day, and they're taking a shot down the field to him. And I think they've gone to their go-to guy because he's put up numbers, and he's been productive, and he's got that speed on the outside. Defense has definitely got an eye on him and kind of saying, hey, we got to make sure we take him away.
And the Cyclones headed quickly to the line.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
He caught it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the 2nd half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
He wants it all. And he was trying to cash in the end zone in this red zone threat, but it's incomplete. So they've gotten it down to the 1. Couldn't get it in through the air last time, and now it's 3rd down. Going for 6. Touchdown, Cyclones! Fit it in the window for the score.
And I love finding the big fella down in the red zone. 3rd and goal. You got to make something happen down here. Throw it up high. Let the big fella make you look really good as a quarterback. Love finding those big guys down here in the red zone.
And he added the extra point. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Pulls it in. It's Wilson. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the 2nd half moving forward.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. And the Blue Hens trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Here's the pressure. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Bring in the heat. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. The Blue Hens will line up to punt it away. Now on the return. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking for a gap, it's Hansen. Quick spin on the ride. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Across the 25. Breaks into the open. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Iowa State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And it's a really nice play call that time by the offensive coordinator, because you just had an explosive run getting you down close to the goal line. I think everybody on defense was expecting them to just turn around and hand it off again. Not the case. Now you go pass. Really nice catching the defense off guard, and they get the touchdown. Bang, bang, 2 plays, 6 points on the board.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Old Dominion fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. Thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough and could just find a way. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to James Madison. We'll keep you updated on things in a game that could alter the balance of power in the Sun Belt. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And the Blue Hens have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Brown will throw it. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. The screen, he can go. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. The Blue Hens will call on their punt team. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Send the tight end in motion. From the gun. Give on the inside. Oh, he's got some space. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
The Cyclones in the hurry-up. Makes the grab. Give him 6. Touchdown, Cyclones! They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
From inside the 15, here's the return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Brown wants to pass. Under fire. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Blue Hens line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. Can they catch him? That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute that.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. And the Cyclones are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Tight end now in motion. Looking for space. It's Hansen. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on 3rd down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on 3rd.
They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. They started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the 4th quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
But see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first. As they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Out of the backfield, he's open. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Blue Hens can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Leaves it with the back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. He'll pull it on the read. He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage. And the Blue Hens will try to pin them back with the punt. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. They punt it away on 4th down. Looks it in at the 40. He gets a block. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the...
There he goes. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Man, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense. And And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. With the catch, it's Brown. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Blue Hens are at the line looking to convert on third and short. That's caught. It's Brown. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. And the Blue Hens with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Pocket breaking down.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense is sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Blue Hens will punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Time is short. Defense still has 3 timeouts, but it's a mountain in front of them, Jesse.
Yeah.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
42 Spider. They'll give it to the back. He's past the 30. At the 45 on his way. Turning it on. Inside the... And that's how you finish it off. Scoring on the final play of the game. Doesn't affect the outcome. Just a little cherry on top of the sundae. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, oh, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another